Hi, sprucers.
Hey guys, it's Kyle Shannon. Welcome back to K&S Get Out. Still got this beautiful fall weather. Are you enjoying it?
I love it. And you know, it's only taken about a week and all the colors have started to change. All the trees are turning and I can't wait to get out on the trail and take a little walk and see how it's changed out there.
I say we do it today.
Okay.
Not in this video though.
Not in the video,
we'll do that on a Wednesday walkabout.
Yeah, but I just want to get out there and see how much has changed in the colors. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Well guys, we got to be honest with you. You knew whenever we got turkeys and guineas that we were new to this, and you knew that we had to run. We don't have a dedicated shelter for them as of yet. I'm gonna have to for wind block during the winter, but we also had some hesitant guineas that gave us a really hard time of an evening trying to put them back in the run. We would do lap after lap after lap with that stick right there and whatever other sticks we could get. We'd try to build rock, you know, pathways so when they came around the side they would just go in. But we always had that one gray one, and when I say gray I mean that color right there,
The light gray.
the light gray, that absolutely would not go in the run. It was actually a very, very rare occasion that we got him or her to go in there.
Yeah.
And sometimes he would keep one of the others out with him and they would just stay out all night. And jokingly but seriously, every time we did it and put them up and they were still out, I had water out for them, not to encourage them to stay out. So I didn't always put scratch or wormies or anything out here. I wanted them to know, get in the run. But we would wish them well as we walked down the hill and said, well, you know, Herc's in his pen down there, you got no protection out here.
And that's just the thing is, like, if they didn't want to go in, you couldn't force them to go in.
No.
For one, guineas are fast.
Yeah.
So there's no catching them. You just kind of had to direct them. But if they don't want to go in, they're not going to go in.
Well, we could have got a fish net. And we could have, you know, like harmed the thing trying to chase it. Because let me tell you, they get a little kamikaze suicidal whenever you're chasing them and they don't want to be touched. But in my research of guineas, the males, they can be a little aggressive. And that's why they need more space in their run and in their shelters than a chicken does. You know, my dad, Grandpa Adler Farms, his chickens, he's got pictures and video of them. When they go in there and they get on those roosting bars, they are like shoulder to shoulder. You can't tell one chicken from the other. These guys want that, you got to be able to slip an index card in between them. They don't want to touch, especially the turkeys. Well, that gray one, the few times that he or she did come in here, they would pick on them and they would chase them around and they'd get in these fights and stuff. So why am I telling you all this? It's just kind of part of raising guineas, and we want to share this with you in case some of you have taken this crazy journey like we have and got guineas. But the gray one stayed out a few nights ago, and when we came up to let him out the next day, he's not here. I mean, he gone. Gone. So we didn't see a body or anything. I will say though, we were walking down the hill and I think I found where at least part of the altercation took place. It's about 30, 40 feet that way. And there's another black feather with it, gross looking feather, you know, so speculation would say maybe turkey buzzard, maybe owl, I don't know, or maybe that was the aftermath, whatever took care of it, then the bird came in and got it.
Yeah,
but either way, we're down one. So I will say though, the crazy thing is that it has changed how they all get along. Now they'll still quarrel, they'll bicker a little bit, specifically the guineas. Hi, Christina. Yeah, wormies, please, thank you. Look at these gins. They're getting better at coming out even if I'm standing here. Hey, Puff Daddy. I'll take you in here, okay?
Come on, birds. Come on.
See, that's the little chasing stuff they do. Turks, I need you to go to the back so that, hey, can you hand me my stick, please?
Your bird stick?
My bird stick. Guys, if you got birds, especially guineas, and if they're free rangers, I cannot speak to chickens, but your best friend is a stick.
And look at the end of that one. It has a little, like, crook at the end of it. So
Yeah.
it actually really helps kind of guide them.
This is actually a very highly sought after bird stick. You can get these on Amazon for about $45. They're pretty nice. Or just, you know, call me. I'll give you one for about $37. I got a good discount on them. And I got plenty of them.
Come on, birds. Not you, Turks.
Turks, we need you to go to the back of the run, okay?
Come on, Turk.
Come on. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. You can go that way. Hey, push those guineas out for me, turkeys.
Your other guineas are coming back in.
Did you give them wormies and scratch?
Well, I just put wormies back here for the turkeys.
So you see the fun we get to have whenever we're trying to... Oh, go to the door, go to the door. You silly guineas. I mean, you would think they'd want out to free range, right? The problem is, they forget every day where that door
Hi,
is.
Turk. He'll actually go in pretty easily.
Yeah, you know, bird brains, they're pretty big.
I had them both out while I was cleaning out their run the other day, and they both went in really easily for me.
All right, baby. Oh, I love hate them. I love hate these guineas. You're so close. I know he's a little puffed up right now, but look how big Thanksgiving and Christmas have gotten. I was actually looking back through our Instagram posts last night, just kind of scrolling through memories, and saw how small they were when we first got them and their progression. But they of course, they have food and water. We give them their own wormies, their own scratch. So I mean, they've got it made up here, and they really don't. They don't seem to mind. Like it's what they're used to now, and it helps us keep the peace. You know, if we get the goats out to graze, we bring out Herc on a leash, and it's just not possible with these two and Hercules. And we don't want that. We're not going to encourage Herc to be violent with birds.
Right.
So he's doing a lot better with these guys. In fact, Christina comes down and lays right outside the goat pen. And sometimes Herc will lay right on the other side of the panel of her. They just take a nap. But she's our sweetheart for sure.
You can't really tell how big they are whenever they don't have anything standing next to them, you know?
Yeah. Well, those stumps right there, those are 6 feet tall. So there's your reference.
You're ridiculous.
It may not be true. I am thankful though that they are not, when we go in there, Shannon or I, either one, you can turn your back on them, and so far they have not at all attacked us or pecked at us.
Yeah.
I think the only time they were kind of aggressively pecking with me was one time that I waited late in the day to feed, and they were hungry. And so they weren't like attacking me, but they were not hesitating to kind of get my arm.
But even then, that was whenever we were letting them free range.
Yeah.
They haven't been that way since they've been in the run all the time.
No. So we're very pleased with the progress there. And these guys, man, the guineas have been good, and especially since that one, whatever the incident was, I don't know if they witnessed it and they took it to heart and they're like, well, maybe we should shape up a little bit. But now when they're down there, most of the day, if they don't see us, they're pretty quiet. And they've even started kind of going a little further out into the woods. And yesterday, we saw them up, man, I don't know how high they were.
Yeah, I got a little bit of footage of them up in a tree roosting. It was really cool.
That was the highest they had been.
Yeah.
And as far as we could tell, we counted at least 8 of them. We have 10 total. There were 8 in there, but it was awesome. So I hope as they're maturing, they're gonna know they can turn to that.
And the truth of the matter is, the one that is no longer with us, it's like that was the troublemaker.
Yeah.
That was the loud one. That was the one that would never go in the run. So nature just kind of took its course.
Well, and he or she did not get along with the other guineas, and the other guineas didn't try to get along with her. And the weird thing is, even these other light grays, if there's to be an altercation, one of them is always involved. So I don't know what it is about their attitudes or where they came from versus the others, but they, I don't know. They got their own little ecosystem going on in their bird brains that we can't read, but yeah. So we're gonna keep doing our best. I do still plan to build them a shelter. I do need to protect them through winter from the cold wind. We just, you know.
It's on the list, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that list that never ends.
Trying to balance priorities.
We may be able to get a flight out of them today.
Yeah, I think we got to move pretty quick down the hill though, because if they think they can run with us, they will.
Look how good that shed looks.
Good flight, Christina. You nailed it.
She's like, I'll get there when I get there.
She says, if you're not down the hill yet, I'm not running.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I want to say thank you to those of you that have sent us wormies for the birds. We really appreciate it. It helps us out so much. You guys don't always put your names on the things that you send us. So it's really hard to call you out individually, but if you've sent us something, you know it, and we appreciate it, and thank you very, very much.
And that goes for the worms, the goat treats, the dog toys, the dog treats, you know, some very thoughtful things that you see that we could use while we're doing certain projects. There's a whole lot of it, and so we can't get it all in video, but it really does mean the world to us.
Absolutely.
Hey, 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 hey. Well, guys, guess what? Shannon and I worked really hard, got everything taped off, everything on the shed. You saw it in the last video. Well, Shannon came out yesterday, we got it all primed up, and she did the finishing touches for the second coat on the spots that we had started previously. So last night, she got all of it done, and this morning we let it dry. She got done again right before dark, so we really didn't get a good view of it, plus we had all the tape and paper on there. This morning we came down and took the tape and paper off, and we are very pleased with the new look of the shed.
It looks so good, you guys. Let's go take a look.
We might have spent
I'm super excited about it.
Quite some time just staring at it, trying to get angles, and
it looks really awesome, I think, and it totally changes the look of the building and this whole space. Really, it looks manly. It's a man cave shed.
Rustic manly.
Rustic man cave shed.
Oh, you got to get it.
Ready? Oh, Kyle has to tell me.
Yeah, you got to get both sides. You know, now it flows. Don't mind the dust down at the bottom. That's from the rain.
I haven't even turned the camera around yet to show them.
Well, that's
Are you ready?
on you. I'm ready. I'm looking at it.
You told me I had to move.
I'm waiting on you. So
ready?
Hey.
Boom. Doesn't that look good?
Looks amazing.
I am super, super pleased with it.
Now, I don't have this on film yet because Shannon said it before we started filming, but she did say she'd be willing to do some touch-up painting, specifically on the black trim.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I was hoping you'd agree to it while we were on film.
Well, if I want it done, that's the only way it's going to get done. You're not going to get up there and do trim paint.
At this point, because I haven't been able to get in the shed for a couple days, the brooder is still in there. It is at least clean. It doesn't have any turkey poo in there, but the brooder is still in there, and I am more than ready to get my shed back and be able to get in and out of there. And we're there now, man. It's fully functional.
It just looks so good. It is way darker than the Shoffice, and I'm totally okay with it. I think it looks super cool this way.
Well, and I think that's because it's going on that really light natural pine. It's a little bit different than that stuff up there, that T111 or whatever that standard outer siding is.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
It's the stuff that's on your office. Got those vertical lines in it already so all you gotta do is put the sheets up.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is real pine planks, and so they're gonna absorb that stuff a whole lot more naturally. And yeah, look at that color, man.
Super rich and dark. Now, the next step will be to see if we have enough spray to do the goat shelter. I don't know that we have enough, but
well, and we talked about this with some of you in the premiere, the very first time we sprayed, and I've done a little more research and reading up on those types of sprayers and that type of polyurethane that we were using, and I think thinning it would have been totally fine, which when you thin it, of course, then it's going to last longer because you got more product.
Oh.
But hey,
we tried to leave away from you guys so we didn't have to hear you.
Like, yeah, but we found you. So yeah, I think thinning it would have made it last a little bit longer. It probably would have been a little bit easier not to do the overspray and over application, blah, blah, blah. But you do these projects, you learn from them, and you change what you do moving forward. So when we do those down there, we will probably have to get a little bit more stain before we even get started. And I may thin it out a little bit, or we just put it on real thick and go through all of it.
I kind of think we just put it on real thick and then we won't have to do it as often.
That's very true. Very pleased with this though, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get back on the electrical train for the Shoffice and hopefully get that wrapped up and then see what materials I have left over so that I can run real power into mine instead of taking the extension cable through the window.
Yeah, I would love to get this trench closed up.
Me too. It's kind of treacherous.
Just a little bit.
So we already fed the goats and Mr. Hercules this morning.
Yeah, I went down and took care of them all this morning. And
Did you give them animal crackers?
I did not give him animal crackers. I thought we could save that and go see him. And
So we need to go give some animal crackers. Let's do that.
Yep.
But before we do, I want to let you guys know, we've talked about this before. We get a ton of sponsorship opportunities, specifically in email. And some of them are just for things that like we wouldn't use or they wouldn't be beneficial to us out here, and we appreciate that, but we don't just jump on every sponsorship that comes. In fact, a very small percentage of them that do. We're excited, and I hate to say this before it's like here officially, but you guys know our hay storage is that green tarp over there, and we keep our hay and our straw under there and some excess food and stuff, and it's just less than ideal. Birds.
And the tarp is ripped, and there's snakes in there.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, there's a lot going on with that hay storage. Don't get guineas. That's all I got to say. Just don't do it. If they would do their jobs and be quiet, but here they come. There's no reason for them to be talking right now.
There's always one. Always one.
Ooh, did you hear that? There's a crow cawing, and they all stopped and are listening. Probably gonna start back up now. Yeah, there goes Christina. She's just gonna lay down there and hang out until Herc comes up and lays with her. That's funny. So anyway, we do have a sponsorship. I actually have an order confirmation, and we've been working with a rep. A lot of you guys mentioned this in the last video because we were talking about our hay storage and the problems that we're having with the snakes and everything. So we need to step up the game. And I think we're just gonna take this out. It's just, we're not gonna need it for anything. It's really, we honestly just screwed those pallets together in a matter of minutes without a plan or anything. I remember that day specifically. But hopefully, barring any unforeseen shipping or stock issues or whatever, we will have a 10 by 10 little metal shed coming that will be more than enough room for us to stock up more on hay. Right now I can only keep about 4 bales of hay in here with 4 bales of straw. And going into winter, we'll need that extra straw storage. Hey, viewers, thanks for all my toys. He still loves his toys. That's the one that honks. He tries to tease Ouija with it.
Yeah, and we had somebody send us 2 more, one for Herc and one for Nala, and Nala doesn't like those kind of toys. She likes the ones with squeakers, but she doesn't like the honkers.
Nala doesn't like the honkers.
I mean, I know it's a weird thing to say, but there is a difference in
It's a funny thing to hear you say
the squeak and the honk, and she doesn't like the honk.
Yeah. Believe it or not, Princess Nala is very spoiled, and she's very particular about the things she likes. So hopefully here in an upcoming video, we'll be able to put that together and put it to good use and store our hay and straw and feed and everything a little bit better. Are you wanting to go in there with the goats and Mr. Herc?
No.
Oh, Lair Bear. And the softy. He gets up on you, sniffs and nibbles at your hat until you reach up to scratch him. He's like, that's all I wanted, and hops down. Is that what you do? Is that your game? Hey, do we need to get some animal cracker treats going? Of course,
Right.
Hercules gets his milk bone if they're all gonna get animal crackers. However, This can be a bit of a challenge.
I can give the goats animal crackers unless I'm on the other side of the fence because they just go crazy over them.
Yeah, you really gotta.
Way better at it than I am.
You're setting me up here. You really gotta isolate them and like put the cracker right in their face because Mama and Luigi want every single one of them.
Oh yeah.
And Luigi's pretty good at getting them.
Mama's pretty good at pushing her way in too.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Can I give you this milk bone? That's a boy. All right, Mama, you have yours. Luigi, you have yours.
I've never seen him not take it.
It's because Mama's here. Here you go, bud. She'll get your fingers, man. If you don't want it, 2 for Mama. Hey, lady. Here goes Boosters. Atta boy. Atta boy.
This is dangerous.
Bluesy. Hair Bear. Lil Mario. Thank you. Mm-hmm. He's gonna break it up in my hand and eat it as he's ready. Just missing Larry and Koopa, right?
I think so.
There's my
He says, "Here I am."
There's my buddy.
See, this is what happens. They all start jumping on me.
And we all successfully got animal crackers. Whew, and you got 2, little lady. And you got your milk bone, big guy.
I really like it when the goats have some white on them because it helps us find them when they're out here and it's
Yeah.
super dark.
That turkey right there, he is not easy to find in the woods.
No.
Yeah, it's part of my stinking ninja-ness, Mom. What you think, little buddy? I think I'm awesome. I don't know why we got these other goats, really. Should just have me. You brave, dude. I love this little guy.
He's such a sweetheart.
Blue, you enjoying your scratching post over there, lady? A little bottom scratch. Oh, they lean into it, man. Oh, that feels good. Yeah. Good boy. Little Mario. Hey, you know what?
What?
On Instagram, I found the very first picture that we had of Mario and Luigi. Go follow us on Instagram and Facebook because that's where we put most of our still shots like that. But anyway, Mario and Luigi did not have nearly the definition and color.
Oh, not at all.
At their age. I mean, not even close. And I think the picture is they're probably about the same age. These guys' horns are just a little bit bigger, but they have, it's falling all around us.
It's like it's just raining leaves.
These goats have got to think it's
turn it
like,
that way.
What's going on, Herc? Are you getting leaved on?
It's incredible.
He did. He kind of looked at it. So yeah, Mario and Luigi were cute, but I gotta admit, as goatlets, Mario, Little Mario, and Koopa steal the show.
Way
Trophy
cuter.
winners, way cuter. Now, we didn't get to raise them immediately. In fact, they stayed on their homestead for I think another 2 or 3 months. And then we were at Mom and Dad's while we were transitioning from the KOA to out here. And so they lived with Grandpa Doss Farms, his 3 goats for, I don't know, 2-3 months.
I think it was closer to 5 or 6 months, really.
Yeah, because we had to get the pen ready, the
Yeah.
shelter. I think we were still doing the electric fence.
Yeah.
But my point is, they weren't raised as intimately with us like these guys are. So this friendliness and all that took a little more time to build up with those two. And you see Luigi don't have any problems with it, nor did Mario. But we're just so curious, man. I mean, we've got so many goatlets. What are these guys going to be like when they're all adults?
Oh, I can't wait to see. I can wait. I take that back. I can wait because I love them at this young stage, but I think they're going to make awesome adult goats.
Are you going to be an awesome adult goat, little guy?
Oh, is Blue stepping in telling you not to mess with her boy?
Yeah. Spruce is taking it easy on him because I don't think it's hard to tell. The guy's taller and much thicker. If he wanted to just put his body weight into him and ram him off, it would happen. Oh, Koopa wants to get involved.
It cracks me up that Spruce just puts his head down and just pushes.
Koopa's gonna make it weird here in a second.
Yep. Koopa.
Uh-oh. You want to dance, lady? I'm kind of sort of not afraid of you. I got to get a running start with you, though.
I love it that they all play on this log.
What kind of stance was that there, Sprucers?
Are you done?
Yeah, I don't want to play with Mama. She's not very friendly about it.
Oh, is she not?
Yeah, and I don't want to have to hurt her or nothing, you know.
Oh, we don't want that.
Yeah, I figure you don't want another vet bill for a hurt goat.
You're silly.
Mario is using Koopa to push into Larry. I don't know if you can hear their little boy noises. Hey, you know what? Since we wrote their birthdays up in the shelter, I could actually go and see how far we are out from banding of those two.
Oh, yeah. And just a little FYI.
Bless you.
Oh, he's like spitting at him.
Bub.
Something just sting him?
What happened, big guy? Herc hates wasps and horseflies just as much as I do, if not more. The poor guy just got stung or bit by something and he screamed.
Poor guy.
I don't mean to laugh at you, but you gotta be scary. He's not scared of dinosaurs or rhinoceroses or anything, but wasps, man, he's done.
Oh.
So he'll go hide in his house and curl up and kind of whine for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours until he feels a little better. I love him. His paws are wet though, he was just in his water, so I'm trying to keep him off me. Probably shouldn't coddle him right after something like this happens because it's not gonna get any better, but look at the guy. Yummy.
Lovely.
Num num, just delicious. Good leaf. I love fall. Looking for his next snack. Or is he looking for mama? Ooh, he's gonna play the hard to get game and he wants us both to reach out. That is a mama's boy right there. Shannon administered most of the bottles when he was being bottle fed and would cuddle him and hold him and let him take a nap. So she gets a little bit of favored attention from him.
He was leaning on me a minute ago.
Hi, big guy. You want to be in this with us right here? I hear those turkeys up there gobbling.
I do too.
Well, we have made awesome progress on the shed. In fact, look at this angle right here. I love looking up there and seeing the colors now. Especially since it's not, you know, done on the back and not the right side. It all works well together.
I think it looks great.
And I can get that brooder out of there so I can have my shed back in my working space.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Well, we're gonna enjoy this weather. We're gonna get out on the trail and watch some of these leaves fall. We've got a few more warm days in our future, and then I think you kind of see more of the lows getting lower each night and fall just transitioning, and it's just this time of year.
We've got some rain coming.
And we got some rain coming.
Yep, so we gotta be a little bit prepared.
Always got some preparing to do for that. Well, guys, we appreciate you all so much, and we love each and every one of you. Thank you for coming along on this journey with us, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
There's a strategy to where he stands and the position.
Oh, 100%.
He's smacking a little more with his tail.
Stay down, buddy.
No, no, no. Hey, hey. Look here, mister. I could take you, you know.